Over 4,500 years ago, ancient engineers constructed a monument so massive, so precise, and so mysterious. It still baffles modern scientists. The Great Pyramid of Giza, 480 feet tall, made of over 2 million limestone blocks, continues to defy time, earthquakes, and logic. But how did they build it? Without cranes, steel tools, or modern math. In this video, we're uncovering the lost secrets of ancient Egyptian engineering, how they aligned, leveled, and lifted the impossible. Recently, a robotic camera was sent deep inside the Great Pyramid. It maneuvered through narrow shafts, reaching a sealed stone slab that hadn't been seen or touched in 4,500 years. What lay behind it had been buried in silence for millennia. The researchers drilled through the slab and inserted a tiny camera, and on the other side, a hidden chamber no human had ever seen before, a glimpse into ancient knowledge, frozen in stone. There are 138 pyramids in Egypt, but the Great Pyramid of Giza stands tallest, a feat of stone and symmetry. Its base covers over 13 acres. That's big enough to fit 9 football fields. Some of its stones weigh up to 50 tons. That's the weight of 8 elephants. And in total, the pyramid weighs around 6 million tons, roughly equal to 12 Burj Khalifas. One of the greatest mysteries. How did they align each side of the pyramid exactly to the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west without a compass? Experts believe they use stars, specifically the circumpolar stars or boulder stars, visible year-round and useful for tracking true north. By marking the stars' rotation points with plumb lines and simple sighting tools, they created astonishingly accurate alignments. Even modern surveyors struggle to match this level of precision within 3 arc minutes. Next came the challenge of leveling the construction site. The pyramid sits on bedrock, and if it wasn't perfectly flat, the structure would have collapsed under its own weight. But how did they level such a massive area without laser tools or modern machinery? One method, the water trench technique. They dug a shallow grid of trenches around the site and filled them with water. By marking the waterline, they identified high spots and chiseled them down, creating a flat foundation using just hammers, chisels, and gravity. Now, imagine cutting and shaping 50-ton stones without steel. Copper alone was too soft for cutting limestone or granite. So what did they use? Experts now believe the ancient Egyptians developed a hybrid tool using copper mixed with arsenic, a naturally occurring chemical that hardened the metal. They then used this tool with wooden mallets to chisel stone for hours, even days, to get precise shapes. Slow, labor-intensive, but effective. Okay, so they cut the stones. But how did they move them? Some stones came from quarries over 500 miles away. The most accepted theory? They dragged the stones across the desert using wooden sledges and poured water on the sand ahead to reduce friction. It may sound simple, but this technique cuts drag in half, making it possible with large teams of workers. To lift the stones, they likely used long ramps, either straight or spiral, supported by mud bricks and limestone chippings. 1 block at a time, step by step, the pyramid rose to the sky. The engineers weren't just builders. They were thinkers. The pyramid's sides are angled at 51.5 degrees, not by accident. This angle distributes weight evenly and helps the pyramid resist earthquakes and erosion. Its layered structure, center of gravity, and perfect balance keep it standing even after 4,500 years. With no modern machines, no computers, and no GPS, ancient Egyptians built one of the greatest structures ever made. They observed the stars, mastered geometry, and harnessed thousands of workers with incredible coordination. The Great Pyramid isn't just a tomb. It's a time capsule of forgotten genius, a legacy carved in stone.